This is map 3. Kings Row. I mean, quad tank defense. Like, Fnatic stubbornly stays on this comp, I think, the entire duration of the tournament. They, like, very rarely swapped off. The only time that they swapped off was when Happy would go Pharah. Shadowburn Genji, again, like, I don't think him on Diva is really that good. Hello, puppy. Puppy has a food coma. But, yeah, I mean, they're not running Diva, but they're running Genji. So if Genji does well, they win. If Genji does bad, they lose. Kind of that simple. Poke, 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 poke. Trade hooks. Classic patch fights. So they go for the hotel push. Whole team though, it's kind of weird. I think the hook was, or the charge was way better there for Stoop than it was for Backfiction. And that was really all that it took there, was those charges missing each other. Why do people hate Nimbani? I have no idea. I like Nimbani a little bit. But it was really just those charges. Like, Backfiction's missed and threw him into nobody, and Stoops like initiated and hit somebody. Bud's wrapped around and just cleaned up too easy, and then the fight was really over. Shadowburn's at 60%. Kusa has nano boost. I think Fnatic's in a fine position here. I mean, when you're running Genji versus no Genji, you or Genji versus tanks, you kind of have to get your what's it called off, your Dragon Blades. Like, you're not gonna win a fight without Dragon Blade, arguably. So that's already 2 pushes dead, 2 minutes dead even, which is a big deal. Right down to 230. Shadowburn still doesn't have nano boost, or Fracas is really far away from nano boost actually, which is the scary part. Because these fights have been over so fast, he hasn't really been able to heal. So 50%, and Kusa's already back at 20, so Shadowburn doesn't get a fat Dragon Blade, they're in a really, really bad spot. Or like too easy, it's a crazy hook, I guess. But there's a good hook, I guess. Dragon Blade goes in, gets Earthshatter, really good play by Stoop, gets completely shut down. And now, if you're a FaZe fan, you're like, shit, like, this is bad. Buds didn't really need to pop whole hog here. I understand why he did it, though. He thought it was worse. He thought, like, the situation was worse than it was. But that was just a really good play by Stoop, and I think that they did a really good job of shutting down the Genji. So now, he's like, shit, Genji's not working. Switches. This is just an ult fiesta. Both teams popping gravitons and shit. It's a good sleep dart. Saves cool mat, but it's not enough. FaZe just had better positioning there, and I think the sound barrier came out later for FaZe, so that kill on Bud should just be enough right now. This is a pretty rough push for sure. Tries too easy and go for the hook there. Good Earth Shatter, good combo. Yeah, I mean, again, like, your Roadhog dies, you just kind of lose. That was a really big Earth Shatter, though. Like, Stoop is actually playing out of his mind in this series. Yeah, too easy kind of blew it there. If he had just, like, right-clicked the Ana and hooked her, it would have been different. But this is the tie, isn't it? I don't remember which map was the tie. I think it was this map.
Only 35 seconds remain until Fnatic gets that vaunted first point hold, and FaZe looking for that early pick. Too easy, not successful here just yet. But here comes Bots.
Like, Forsaken's dead. I mean, like, it's funny because these pushes are like, it's like so obvious why they lose them, but it is what it is, you know? Like, you get snowballed on this map because it's so hard to push in. Like, all the entrances are super tight. All it takes is like one hook to screw up your entire push. And the game is hard. Like, Shadowburn's like going in for like this miracle play. Zombs goes Tracer. It's farmed by Buds. Raucus is dead. I don't know, like, the Genji didn't work, but they didn't really play around it. Like, you should know that the Earthshatter is going to come out. You should, like, have the bubble ready. You should wait for the sound, or wait for the nano boost and try to take the nano boost to Dragon Blade. Like a raw Dragon Blade is really not going to be that good, as you could tell, but
Either way,
they kind of jumped the gun. I think the only way the the only way Genji works is if you nano boost the Dragon Blade. Like if you don't do that, the game gets infinitely harder.
Fnatic, you do not want to fight
Because there's just no like way that you're breaking through that many tanks anyway.
Actually going into the finals, because Envious have had trouble traditionally on King's Row, so that if they get that map in the finals, that could spell like almost an auto win for.
Do you think Fnatic would have done better against Envy than FaZe? Probably.
Fnatic would be far more competitive
Like,
on
I think that it was very like rock paper scissors at the top of this tournament. Like I think
in this tournament. So
FaZe beats Fnatic, but Fnatic has better. Like I think FaZe is better than Fnatic. Like or they match up well against Fnatic, but I think Fnatic matches up better against Envy. Like Fnatic does better against Envy than they do against FaZe, arguably. Like Fnatic actually, or Complexity does better against Envy than any other team in the tournament. Like they took maps off Envy. I mean Fnatic tied, but it was kind of weird how I feel like Group A was just really stacked and Group B was like awkward because the Group B teams like match up well against the Group A teams, but the Group A teams match up well against each other. But then Envy is like super strong in the end, and then the game winds up being really like awkward in that sense.
oh man. So
Like FaZe can beat Cole,
and I had to make that
but like Envy struggles against Cole, but like FaZe can't beat Envy. I don't know. It's like really weird.
But take a look here, coming out here from Fnatic. They'll probably not going to be looking for the Widowmaker, but Half-a-Cool very well could come out in the Hanzo. We've seen it from in the past. If he does want to look for that early pick to let Fnatic take this a little bit easier, but not too many turns.
And like yeah, FaZe had Complexity had the best showing against Envy, but then didn't make it out of the groups. So it's like shitty.
Kind of go from there, and it looks like exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna switch up here. Let's see what he gets on. He gets back onto the traditional diva. They say, you know what, it worked once, it's gonna work again. 4 tanks. Here we go.
So now they just go back to Diva versus Diva, and this game's kind of meh.
The interesting thing is that how they're engaging this, well, it was looking like FaZe instead. They get out of the hotel, come back in.
Good sleep dart from Raucus. I thought he was out of position, but
He's gonna put them on the back foot, but look at this. Vonto gets on the Zombs. It's an early pick, and now 5v
both teams are kind of just trading here. Vonethil being
find one more.
or Zombs being dead's a big deal, but Stoop is dead. So once Stoop is dead, this game gets a lot harder.
Does get hooked in. He's able to stay up. Great job by Stoop to initiate that fight. He's been hitting every charge, and they've been on so on point. Coolmat hitting the bubble, not too early, not too late, keeping him up for as long as possible.
Bud's not gonna get that key hook to start things off. FaZe countering right away, but here comes Stoop. But he charges in, but there's the Earth Shatter coming in from Back to Fiction. Knocks down 2 to start things off. It's not enough though. Coolmat punishes him for that Earth Shatter as he's going in very deep. 39% charge, finds Zombs.
Weezy's on like a 3K right now.
Both teams, but that's still
Tweezy just like clutched really hard. Like I'm pretty sure FaZe would have lost that fight, but Tweezy gets like a triple kill somehow.
That Lucio ult on Fanatics, he's about to have it. Vonethil, the main shot caller for
Like Fact Fiction died super early, and then Tweezy got like a triple kill on the back.
they're gonna have a big opportunity here to seal out this map.
This is Fnatic's chance to win King's Row right here, right now. They will not get a better chance, and with Vonethil leading the way.
Woman has that grab. Shadowburn has ult. I mean, I think that this is one of those times where they just get outplayed or something.
Likely. They're not doing it just yet. They're trying to win the shield war, but once they do that, they're gonna throw all their resources into
Dom's getting close. That's 70. I mean, there's so many ults here from Fnatic. Sound Barrier comes out.
that could have been a mistake, but the
Affy gets a 2K, but Too Easy kills Coolmat again, which is insane.
Fnatic.
Yeah, they're down 2 members. FaZe not really having the numbers here. Shadowburn's gonna try to stay on the point. It looks like Bud's gonna pop it. He's gonna go off. It's not gonna be a big diva bomb. Bud's actually
Somehow Shadowburn doesn't like get killed when he's out of mech suit there, which is really awkward.
enough. They're gonna start
But
counting this point, and it looks like another
like
map.
I think teams are getting better at this now. Is like instead of suiciding, they can just kind of wait until like that magic moment where they have 6 people up. Like Coolmat switches to Tracer. I don't actually know how good it is. I like Too Easy going Tracer, but like
Knocked out, setting up the rest of Fnatic.
Fact Fiction, it's a crazy Earth Shatter there actually. I mean, both teams throw them out. Zombs died to the first one, but Fact Fiction hitting that second one is really good. But you see, like now Coolmat's on Tracer, and Tracer's not really that good because I think Too Easy is just better at Tracer than Coolmat anyway. But like Too Easy does a lot of work here when he switches. I mean, he switches to get back to the point. I don't think Coolmat should feel that same sense of urgency.
Other side, Shadowburn's very deep as
But Shadowburn's getting so much space right now, and like somehow FaZe restabilizes. But now that they restabilize, it's like super beneficial for them because look at all the ults that they have. They have Graviton Pulse Bomb, they have Nano Boost. Like, I don't know if I agree with Coolmat going. Like, Coolmat gets slammed right here. And then Too Easy hits the Pulse Bomb combo with Zombs. and they just clean up after that.
To this Fnatic backline, but I do wonder here, Huck, was it too early for FaZe to use all that? Because Fnatic, they still have 35 seconds and a whole lot of...
And like Fact is gonna respawn here. Kusta's still dead, so Fact gets up a little bit faster. Kusta died last, like that's actually a really big deal. Because now they're still waiting for Kusta, and it gives Fact Fiction time to get back here. I think if Fact Fiction hadn't beat him to the point, it would have been a completely different fight. But I think Coolmat gets pounded again here. I think that was a Zom's bubble. Did Zom's bubble that off? Yeah, Zom's bubbled that off. Buds goes down somehow. Zoms cleans him up. The pulse bomb whiffs from Coolmat really hard. Weezy's still alive. Blink dodges and Earth Shatter, which is crazy. Was this not the tie? Was the tie on another map? Oh, Fnatic did do it. That charge from what's his name at the end was kind of bad, but I don't think that was too easy. Plus one, maybe it was. But I mean, that was like as nail biter as you get. Like I don't think like Fnatic wins, but like you could tell that FaZe was playing stupid well at that point because there's no reason why a team should be able to full hold after another team full holds. Like it's really awkward. But it all comes down to like that first kill and like the clutch moments in the series. I mean, if you're Fnatic there, I think you just switch up your comp. Like it shouldn't have been that hard for them to finish the map. Like that was so hard, man. Like I don't think that it needed to be that difficult.